This is the Beyond the Prophy podcast, the podcast that empowers you and inspires you to seek career excellence while pursuing your passion. And I'm your host, Jasmine Haley. Welcome to the Beyond the Prophy podcast. I'm happy to be interviewing Kate Crouse and Amber Westfall. What I particularly liked about this episode was their innovative approach to providing clinical care. And I have seen team placements before at other events locally here in Maryland, but it wasn't until I was actually in Chicago where I was actually hunting for particular businesses or products or persons who are thinking beyond the prophy to really share their information with you. It never clicked until I actually had that conversation with Sandra, and I'm so happy that I did, and I was able to meet them and actually learn about this program. So, for the most part, you hear of people saying that, oh man, dental hygiene, we're so far behind. Nursing has all of these opportunities out there. They can get into case management. They can own their own business. They can travel and what have you. And, dental hygienists, there are some limitations. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done. However, this program has been in existence for almost 12 years, and a lot of people are not even aware of it. Are you interested in being a travel hygienist in the United States? You may not be interested in actually going outside of this country, and you just want to change, and you want to be able to do that without having to worry about shelter over your head or being provided with a support system in a new move. Well, I tell you, this is your answer. This is your answer. Team Placement has a travel RDH program where you will be able to go through this extensive application, but it's not impossible, where you can meet these amazing women who support you in this journey. There are different terms that you can sign up for, and you'll be able to actually live in one of their homes when it's fully furnished, your board is covered, and you're able to temp in all of these different settings and be able to provide your services in phenomenal practices. And what I love about it is that they really look to really elevate you in your leadership skills and your skills as a clinical hygienist. They vet the proper hygienist for this. You have to have certain type of qualities. And so I really wanted to share how Team Placement came into existence, but also what this program has done to help a new graduate such as Amber Westfall. But there are people that have been practicing for many, many years and have taken a part of this particular hygiene program. And so I wanted to just bring this out as a highlight to those listeners who are looking for career excellence, who are trying to think beyond the prophy, who want to do something more in clinical hygiene, but just don't know where to turn. Well, here it is. This is a great opportunity for you to be able to do that. And so I really appreciate learning about their growth as an organization, learning about Amber's growth, her mastering getting out of her comfort zone and experiencing this with a friend, also hearing from just Kate and just some of the things that we've shared and some of the tips that we shared along the way in this particular episode. We had a great time. It was a great conversation. I know that you will enjoy it as well. So definitely take a look at Team Placement Program. Make sure you contact Kate or Amber if you would like to. I'm hoping that they will be in attendance at my Think Beyond the Prophy Con, which is happening October 2018. For those hygienists who are really looking to elevate their career, I am now making my Think Beyond the Prophy conference that was offered in August 2017, a 2-day event in October. It's going to be affordable. You don't have to worry about not being able to afford this amazing event or not being able to really be in a position to start making the changes you need. I'm bringing these heavy hitters, these amazing people in our industry straight to you here in Maryland. And I'm hoping that you'll get a chance to also meet Team Placement and so many other sponsors and vendors out there that really support our profession and are looking to help us elevate our career. So I thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have the opportunity to meet myself or Kate or Amber. I have some material that I love to share about Team Placement. It's all about getting some opportunities out there so you can maintain your joy and satisfaction in your career. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys next time.
Welcome to the Beyond the Prophy podcast. This is Jasmine, and I am your host, and I'm very excited to welcome two awesome women onto this podcast, and they're going to be talking about to me, in my opinion, a revolutionary program for dental hygiene and just dentistry in general, because dental assistants can also take part in this program. So I would like to extend a warm welcome to Kate Crouse and Amber Westfall. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us. It's nice to be here, Jasmine.
Great.
Yeah, so just to give a backstory to the listeners, I met Sandra, and I forgot the other lady's name that I met.
Kaima. She actually had a baby yesterday.
She did? Oh my gosh, that's so great. Oh, wow.
A little girl.
Oh, she did? Is that her first?
It is. It's her first. Yeah.
Wow. I remember I was in a daze. With my first. I just felt like, what am I doing? Like, I just felt it was something. What a change in your life. What a remarkable change that you have to do with it. Yeah. It is. Which is why Chrissy and I started, Mom Genist. Mm-hmm. But we're here for Beyond the Prophy. But no, we could certainly talk about that aspect. But I met Sandra, and it was really cool to hear about Team Placement. I have seen Team Placement before at Maryland Dental Hygiene Association meetings as a vendor sponsor, and I didn't really fully grasp what Team Placement did until I went to Chicago, of all places. Here it is in Maryland. You're actually where I'm at, and I have to travel all the way to the Midwest to hear about Team Placement. And so it brought out the travel program, and she mentioned the fact that our RNs are able to do that, and now you have this particular program with your organization for dental hygienists. And I'm like, what? So
we do.
This is great.
We're excited. I'd love to talk a little bit about how Team Placement started and how the travel program started up.
Yes.
Team Placement was founded 35 years ago by a hygienist herself, Betty Peebles. Betty still comes to the office every day. She brings her little office dog, Nikki, along with her. And so she's still, active and involved in the day-to-day business of Team Placement. But Betty was a hygienist and then also became an instructor. And then she ultimately started helping her graduates find jobs in the local market. And that's how Team Placement, I should say we're a dental staffing company. That's how Team Placement kind of just organically was born from Betty just helping people, which is really, truly her passion. And so we worked in the local market in the tri-state area of DC, Maryland, and Virginia for many, many years. And then Betty noticed on a daily basis we had about 7 hygiene jobs that she was unable to fill with the local hygienists in the area. Either they were already working in a different job or they were unavailable for a variety of reasons. And so she brainstormed about how to fix that problem and was familiar with travel nursing because Team Placement also does some medical staffing, and researched the travel nursing program and built the dental travel program around the basics of the travel nursing program. And she started it up 11 years ago, and it's been running successfully to date. And as far as I know, we are the only company who offers this type of opportunity for hygienists and also dental assistants currently. And so I'm the recruiter. I get to find the great candidates that are interested in doing something a little different and have a little bit of a sense of adventure. And teach them. Really, my position is I get to teach the hygienists about this opportunity, because even though we've been doing it for 11 years, a lot of hygienists don't know that this is available.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe you said 11 years.
Yeah. Oh, I think coming
amazing.
up on 12.
Wow.
So, yeah. So it's a great opportunity. There are a lot of tangible and intangible benefits of participating in this program. I mean, Amber, is actually working the program right now. Yeah. She can tell you what it's like for her. But in a nutshell, we offer free corporate housing. All the utilities and the yard care and everything are covered by team placement. And you get housed with other dental professionals from around the country. So you get to, know a lot of other people who are in your same field, from different backgrounds, different dental hygiene programs, different amount of experience working as a dental hygienist or dental assistant, and you all live together. Travelers do have their private rooms, so it's not like a dormitory situation where you're sharing rooms. And we have, both men and women live together, right? You've got a male hygienist in your house.
There is a male. Yep. All the rest are girls, but we do have a male in the house.
I'm just like, my mouth could be catching flies right now because my mouth is gaping open like, what? That is remarkable. Yeah. That is remarkable. That is fantastic. Okay, so we have a program that allows hygienists, you don't have to go international for this, because you see some hygienists in forums, they're talking about, I want to move to another country and experience living, and I mean, you have the ability to do that here in the United States and fulfill that adventurous side that you may have, and also meet amazing people, obviously, who are very passionate about dental hygiene, because you wouldn't choose a role like this if you weren't passionate about a profession, and really
I think that's
make a difference,
true. Yeah. The travelers, the candidates, the hygienists, the assistants that seem to be attracted to this program are really outstanding. They've been leaders in their dental hygiene programs, office holders for their SADA groups. I rely heavily upon dental hygiene program directors and instructors for references, because some of the hygienists are coming in as brand new grads and maybe did not work in a dental office other than through their dental hygiene program. And so I rely heavily on their recommendations and their input. And really, it seems as though, and I feel very lucky and blessed, but the candidates that are attracted to this type of adventure really are leaders in their programs, and it's wonderful, because they're looking for something a little different, wanting to do something different before they maybe settle into a permanent position. As new grads, they're all very well-rounded and have great skills, but maybe don't know what kind of practice they want to land in a full-time position. So when they come here and are part of the dental travel program, they're working in a variety of practices. Really, the housing is a great benefit, but I think the hands-on job experience is the best part of the program. Do you want to talk about that?
Well, before we get Amber, because I'm writing my questions down for Amber. I'm going to drill you in just a little bit. Let me ask a few questions to Kate first. Okay.
Sure.
What are the qualifications needed in order to apply for a position like this?
Okay, that's a great question. You do have to have graduated from an accredited dental hygiene program or have a dental assisting certification. You need to be organized because our application is a little bit lengthy. It's very detail oriented. I do a very thorough job with the credentialing. So the candidate needs to have graduated and passed their boards and be willing to apply for state licenses for our tri-state area. And have fabulous recommendations and be able to fulfill the application, fill in the application, submit it in a timely manner, and be willing to relocate, because you do need to relocate. Again, a lot of the new grads might not have experience in a doctor's office, so we rely heavily upon the references and recommendations of their dental hygiene director, program director, as well as their clinical instructors. So most new grads, the 3 references that we get are from their school's program.
Okay, awesome. What would you say are the top 5 personality traits that you're looking for?
Outgoing, energetic, able to multitask, be a great team player, both in the housing as well as on the work side of things. Is that, and one more. Just organized.
Friendly.
A go-getter. Yeah, friendly. Friendly. Thanks, Amber.
You're welcome.
Well, Amber knows she fits all of that bill here.
She absolutely does. She was a great candidate through the whole process, and I was very excited when she accepted the offer to come join the program.
So how many?
Me too.
I'm glad, and I wish you all will be able to see her smiling face. Both of them have great smiles. I'm really excited. Amber, I'm almost there for you. Okay, my next question for Kate is:
yes.
How many hygienists do you have in the program? How many are you currently looking for?
Okay, another great question. Currently, we have 2 corporate houses, and we house 11 hygienists. Everybody in the program right now are all hygienists. People typically come in, the first term is set at 12 to 16 weeks. So for the new grad, that's easy to explain. It's like about a semester's time frame. And you may get the option to extend halfway through, given the fact that I check in with the staffing coordinator, who's the person who actually builds the travelers' weekly schedules, and make sure that we're getting great feedback from the doctors. And I also, of course, check in with the traveler and make sure that they're happy in the group housing situation, that they're okay with the pace. And, it can be hectic, for sure, because you're going to different offices sometimes every day. But as the travelers are here, they start getting requested back frequently to doctor's offices, and to make sure it's a good fit for everyone, a good fit for the traveler, the hygienist, or the dental assistant, and a good fit for us. So if so, then I will offer them an extension. And then the time frame for an extended second term can be different. We can do, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 16 weeks type of time frame. It really depends. We have one traveler who's been in the program for quite some time. And then we have travelers who come in and opt to just do one term. They, wanted to try something new, but they're ready to go home. Or maybe they had a permanent job before they came, and that permanent job is waiting for them, but we're made it possible for them to come and have this experience, which my hat's off to those doctors' offices that allow that, because there are quite a few, actually, travelers who come just for one term. They've already had a permanent job upon graduation, but are passionate about coming and trying something different. So, long answer to a question. We're adding another house. This is going to be centrally located in the Alexandria area. That's going to be opening. I get possession of that house right at the end of October. So that's going to be 4 more spots. And we're looking to potentially open a 4th house in the Baltimore area. So
nice.
We are under expansion right now. The team placement and our coverage is growing. We're reaching up to the Baltimore area. We do DC, Northern Virginia, and then we're going down south to Richmond. Could be our next potential house. And then we're hoping to go up the East Coast. We're looking for markets that are similar to the DMV, where, because, team placement, we work with local candidates as well, not just travelers. So looking for markets that can support this type of program.
That is exciting. That is exciting. I'm in Baltimore. I'm in a suburb of Baltimore, but I mean, just to see that this has an option, I cannot wait for you to come to the school and share this where I'm
Me
employed,
too.
because I feel that so many hygienists, the whole purpose of this podcast was to focus on what I'm very passionate about. I have certain topics that I'm passionate about, but I'm also passionate about career excellence, because I've been in a situation where I felt just totally, utterly in despair. I wasn't happy with my career. I was like, what? This is it? Like, and I didn't realize that I had the control, the ability, really, to really shape what it is that I wanted from this profession and be happy with it.
Right.
And sometimes you just have to get a nudge, or you kind of have to hear the experience of someone else who's living a fulfilling career and doing something exciting that's not the norm for dental hygiene, which is why I love meeting individuals like yourself and talking with them. So, listeners, we have Amber Westfall here, and she's actually currently in the program, and I think it's such an honor to have her here to kind of explain, why she chose dental hygiene, where she's from, why she chose this program, and a little bit about your experience. So I'll let you give me a little bit of a taste, and then I have some questions for you also.
Okay, so I am from Ohio. I was born and raised in Ohio, small town, no stoplights in my town.
What?
Very tiny, so tiny.
Oh, wow.
And so everybody in the town. And I was always interested in dental hygiene. I loved going to the dentist when I was younger. I looked forward to getting my teeth cleaned. I was sad I could only go once every 6 months. I wanted to go every week. I had a really good dentist and dental hygienist, so they are awesome. And I always loved looking at people smile. I loved making people smile, and I knew I wanted to go in the health field, and so I thought dental hygiene is perfect. And so went to school, worked at a dental office at home. I worked at the front desk, and then I ended up moving to the back and helped out the hygienist in sterilization. So I worked there for 3 years while I was in dental hygiene school, and then went through school, and we were talking about options in my class about, jobs, and everybody's like, well, we're going to a private practice. That's it. And I knew I wanted more. I knew I wanted to do, I just didn't want to settle down at one office and stay there. I'm so young, I feel like I needed to do more. So I talked to my professor, and she's like, oh, well, I've heard of this company called Team Placement, and so let me get more information, and we'll talk about it in class. So she figured it out, and I'm not sure if Tate sent her some stuff, but she had a whole class on it, and we just kind of learned about it. And me and another girl were really interested, so we contacted Team Placement, got a hold of Kate, and Kate told us all about it, and I was like, yes, this is for me. This is what I'm going to do. Well, of course, I, got scared because I didn't want to leave my little hometown. Because she said, you're gonna have to move, live out here, leave your family, and I'm really close with my family, so I knew it would be tough. Luckily, my friend who was also interested, we kind of kept nudging each other to fill out the application and apply for our licensure, and here I am. I made it. I did it.
I'm so glad you did. I'm so glad you
I
did.
am too. It is probably one of the best decisions I've ever made, to get out of your hometown, to experience something new. Like, I just feel like I've, brought in my experience, and
Yeah.
It's just great being out in this area.
Yeah. And what a change too. Going
Yes.
from where you're from to here. I visited my mother's town, and it was one stoplight. So they've got one stoplight on you, but they only had one place to purchase clothes. And I remember like going somewhere, and I was like, "Mom, I want to get a new dress." And we went somewhere. It was like 4 other people with the same dress because there was like only one place to shop.
That's the only store you can go to.
And they had like the Piggly Wigglies and the best chopped barbecue and hush puppies. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
But going back, you know, because I'm a foodie, and of course I'm thinking about the food.
Yeah.
Places like that have the best food.
I love food.
Yes. Especially Southern food, that's my thing. But what I love about what you said, it was that it was the best decision. And one of the things that I really focus on and really try to push people to realize is that when you push yourself out of your comfort zone, that's where the magic happens. You know, that's where you really that's when you're able to really fully grow. I mean, that's why I'm actually happy I went to school in the woods of Maryland, like Western Maryland. I went to school in Cumberland. I grew up in New York City. Didn't have to drive, took a bus since I was 11 years old, public transportation, and moving all the way out there. It was the best decision, the best experience to go there and actually go through dental hygiene school. So I love that you said that you're so happy that you did it.
Yeah, I am. I'm so happy out here. When I moved out here, I mean, of course, I drive to all the places that I work. I just work in Maryland and Virginia, so I do drive. But when we go into D.C., we take the metro, and I had never been on a metro, and I was like, how does this work? The train goes underground? You take this every day?
I love that.
I've learned so much. I feel like a city girl now.
Yeah. So how was your move coming here? And what after you tell us like what your move was like coming here, describe like your first week or a typical day for you.
Yeah. So my move here was really good. It was like an 8-hour drive, and I just loaded up my car. Whatever I could fit in my car is what I could bring. Luckily, the houses are furnished, and Kate does such a good job decorating and having everything all set up so it's nice and homey. But, you know, I just had to bring like my bedding, my clothes, my shoes. That's pretty much it. I mean, you just bring what you need in your everyday life. And it was like an 8-hour drive. It was perfect. Got here and moved into the house. It was a really easy transition because everything was all set up for you. So you just had to make your bed and get your clothes all put away. It was really easy. The first week here was, it was really, I'm not going to lie, it was a little overwhelming just because I wasn't used to the traffic. I think that's just the main thing. The traffic out in the DMV area is kind of crazy. And coming from small town in Ohio, you pass one car on the way to work, you know. But I mean, it wasn't bad. It was really good. I knew when I got here I was going to love it. I knew it because I just love change. I liked that I was going to a different office every day. I like meeting new people. And I was going out of my comfort zone, but it just I feel like it made me grow, and it was just nice meeting new people, experiencing new offices and different types of people.
Yeah. So. And you're so close to DC. You can see so many things culturally, like outside, like once your work is done, having a nice nightlife.
Right.
And building relationships with hygienists that are from across the country that you would never, these are relationships you're going to have for the rest of your career.
Yeah,
you know?
I have met so many great people here, and hanging out with people outside of work, it's really nice.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So what advice would you give to a new graduate that may be considering something like this, or maybe on the fence of what they could possibly do? Like, what advice would you give for them?
I think if you're on the fence or you're thinking about it, do it. Just do it, because it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, I feel like. You do it, you know, when you're young. Even Kate said they did have some older ladies here doing it. And I think it is a wonderful experience. I don't even know how many dental offices I've worked in, but I've worked in specialty offices, pediatric, perio. I've got a taste of everything. It's really cool. I would say if you're on the fence about it, for sure do it. Because I was on the fence, and I thought, no, I'm not going to do it. I can't move away from my family. And then I don't know, I just did it, and it's the best thing I've ever done. I love it out here.
Mm-hmm. Did your friend come with you? Did she do it?
Oh,
good. Give her a shout out.
Melanie, girl. I'm so happy she's here with me, because she's just such a fun person, and she's so outgoing too, and she's always down to do something. And even if you don't have a friend to come with you, still do it. I was so lucky, and I told Kate, my friend is interested. Is there any chance we can be put in the same house? And she couldn't make any promises, but it all worked out. It all worked out great. But
that's so good. Yeah. That is so great. All right, so you just recently graduated this May.
Yes.
Wow. What school did you go to?
I went to a community college in Ohio. It's called Owens Community College. It's a really good school. We have really awesome instructors. It's just a really good program.
That's so good. I'm very happy for you. And I'm so happy that your professor knew about the program.
Which
was awesome.
Too.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
And then hopefully there'll be more educators listening to this, and then hopefully get a chance to have maybe, because one of the things that I do is as SADA advisor, and I'm also advising with another faculty member, we have monthly meetings and we choose topics. And this can be a great topic for the second year students, especially who are about to graduate. Having Kate or someone else come, or maybe do a virtual webinar. I mean, that's something that we did this week with student RDH to help with study habits and studying for the board. So I think that's wonderful. And then the great thing is once someone's done for the dental travel program, they also have the option of finding either short-term, long-term, or permanent jobs. So
in the DMV,
yes.
That's true. Yep. We have about 300 alumni of the program now, and about 150, almost 50%, have opted to stay in the area permanently, and we've helped them find permanent positions. So our clients, our doctor's offices that we work with on a daily basis, use us for staffing both temporary as well as permanent positions. And, not just for dental hygienists or dental assistants, but we can do every position in a dental office. We do doctors, we do front office managers, patient coordinators, and we have all those types of candidates available for temporary and permanent placements.
Absolutely. I love that you brought that out. So you're full service
yes,
company.
We're full service. I primarily focus on the dental travel, but I do cross over and do local stuff as well. And then Sandra, who you met at RDH Under One Roof, and I was so sorry I couldn't be there. It was I had a big birthday that week, so I was away with my family on vacation. But Sandra does a lot of the primarily local, but we're the dream team. We support each other and work really well together. And help each other out. So, when I have travel engagements, she comes and helps me. And when we do local stuff like the MDHA or the VDHA or DC meetings, I go along and we work together. So,
absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And I can attest to the fact that they are very professional, very serious. They're very well prepared for this podcast. And I'm like, we'll just have a conversation. These ladies are serious, okay? I love it. And I just really appreciate you taking the time. So I have my two last questions here. And of course, we'll let listeners know where to find you, how to contact you. So the two questions that I always ask is, what was the last book that you have read? Kate or Amber? Which one are you going to go first? What was the last book you read?
Completed or reading?
Whichever one.
Okay. I'm actually reading Mary Otto's book.
Yes.
Are you familiar with that?
Teeth.
Yeah. Have you've heard of that? I emailed, I think, all the travelers about it.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I want to read that one next.
Yeah, I think everybody who's passionate about dental, the dental field should be reading that book. So it's very interesting. I'm not very far into it. So that I'm reading for my own personal growth and understanding of the field that I'm working in. But when I read for fun, I read fluffy, like I call them beach reads, like Ellen Hildebrand and, that kind of stuff. Nothing scary. I can't do Stephen King.
Yeah,
Gives
not
me bad
either.
dreams.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not interested.
All right, Amber, what book are you reading or have you read?
This past summer I read Into the Water. I forget who it's by. It's a good one though. It's kind of suspenseful case, so I don't know.
Mystery? I like mysteries.
Yeah, it's like
as long as they're not up in your head scary mysteries.
No, nope. It's like a mystery.
Yeah.
How about you, Jasmine? What have you read?
So right now I'm currently reading on Audible Present Over Perfect. It is so good. My esthetician told me that book because she listened to the podcast of Super Soul Sunday with Oprah. Her name is Shana. I forgot her last name. But anyway, this book, I have to keep stopping it because I am literally blown away by some of the things that she's saying. And most hygienists, most dental professionals are high achievers. And we tend to, especially when we get into the complexity of being a professional, being a wife, being a parent, we put so much pressure on ourselves and we fill our days up with so many things that we forget to be present. And we forget, we don't really know how to master being still. Like, no music, nothing. Just truly being still. And this book I'm not done with it yet, but this book I think is going to be very transformative for me. So
I want to read it.
You need
to. I wrote it down.
I did too. I swear, Amber could be my daughter. I have sons. I have two wonderful sons. But
I'm her adopted daughter here in Maryland.
If I had a little girl, she'd be like Amber.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. I have two girls too.
It sounds like, is the book about mindfulness? Mindfulness.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's about really being aligned. So I listened to this other motivational speaker. His name is Brendan Bouchard, and he talks about being aligned spiritually, mentally, and physically. And you're not truly successful professionally unless all three of them are aligned. So this is taking care of the mental, but also spiritual side. She's a little bit more spiritual than the books that I normally read, but a lot of good points that she brings out there could be applied to anyone. And I absolutely love it. I do. So that's the book that I'm reading right now.
Well, I'm going to look into that. That sounds like it's right up my alley.
Me too.
And you're right. As a mother and a career woman and, everything else, wife, you get very caught up in the lists of all the things that need to get done on every single day, and you can lose yourself in that spot.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's the journey I'm on. I've had to set some boundaries here and there, and I'm slowly chunking away at some of the things that I've been putting on my plate, and being okay with kind of slowing down. And I have to. I wanna be happy. I see my girls dancing. I just posted a picture of them dancing like this, and I mean they're so happy and joyful and just loving life. And as women especially, we just get caught up with, I've got to do the laundry, I've got to fold the laundry, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I got to do that. It just gets insane. So yes, my desk right now is junctified. I don't care. Because I'm going to do my homework, and then I'm going to go off and get my kids and love on them and spend time with them. It's okay. My desk is junctified. I don't care anymore. So, I mean, I can find the papers. I can still find the
We do all have to set, we have to set our boundaries and make time for what's really important. And Amber, you're still young, but, take that to heart. And keep, Amber and I were talking, we had lunch before doing this, just to catch up, and we both love yoga, and that's kind of along that present or perfect mindset, the mindfulness and the making time to take care of yourself. So
absolutely,
that's very, very important.
All right, last question. Best career advice you've ever been given?
Oh, given? Well, I have a dear friend who is a recruiter in a different industry. She works in the plastics industry. And when I was talking about leaving teaching and switching careers, she told me that you can do whatever you set your mind to. Girlfriend. She said, you're going to be great. There's no stopping you if you just put your mind to it. And, she really boosted my confidence.
I love that. I love that. And you need friends like
true.
that. You need friends
you
like
do.
That. Yeah. How about you?
This one is, I feel like this one's so well known, but I just love it. If you love your job, you'll never work a day in your life.
That's a good one.
Right?
Yeah. Definitely.
Go to work with a positive attitude and your day will go great.
Absolutely. But there are going to be some days that,
right.
You don't want to smile.
Yeah.
So you call your girlfriend up and you call your girlfriend up, Melanie, and we're like, listen, Melanie, these people today, oh my goodness.
Well, they get to talk over dinner because they are in the same house.
Oh, yeah, there's no phone call.
We have stories every night. We've got some stories.
They're getting a well-rounded experience. There's good and they're learning experiences and challenges in every single day. But I truly feel that it's making the hygienists who are in this program stretch and soar and learn so much about themselves that I bet you didn't know. You can negotiate the Metro and U Street and go to a different office every single day and introduce yourself and just do an amazing job at your job and impress. The doctors all are calling. Oh, we want Amber. They're all requesting Amber.
It's so good to hear.
The staffing coordinator's like, I don't know. She's already booked. So
that's great.
So,
I mean, it shows you what you want out of your career. You gain these amazing skills. You never know where these skills are going to take you next. I mean, you're just putting it in your toolbox for later. I think it's wonderful what Team Placement is doing, and I feel so honored to be able to have you both on the show and kind of talk about that program. And I would stay on here and really dive deep. We'll be crying. Like, that's the kind of conversations I love to have. Like, get the ugly cry in.
You got me a little teary when I was talking about my girlfriend who was like pushing me to do this. You can do this. You'll be great. So,
well, it's valuable, and I love seeing that emotion from you because we don't. I feel that with social media, we're losing that connection, and it's those people that really help bring you through, because life is ups and downs, constantly ups and downs. And I've met some amazing people that I have very close connections with. One of them is the co-host for Mom Genist. Another one is Siobhan, and I feel like if I didn't have them at my lowest points, because we all have them, it's like where would you be if you didn't have those people that root for you from the very beginning, who support you, who can tell you when you're being crazy, because we need someone to tell us when we're being nuts. Okay. I've had scream fest on the phone with friends, like, how can you, and then we get back on the phone and like, I love you. I just love you.
Friends and family get us all through every day. That's for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, Kate. So how can people contact you? How can they get an application? How can they find out about joining this program or have an in-depth conversation about it?
Yes. They can call me or email me, and also check out our website. So the phone number is 703-820-8618. My email is my first initial K and then my last name, which is Crouse, K Crouse, at Team Place, all together, TEAMPLACE.com. And the website is www.teamplace.com. Awesome. And my contact information is on there. So Our application, the best thing to do is get in touch with me. Of course, the first thing I'm going to ask for is an updated resume. And then I'll send an introductory email with some of the specifics, the nuts and bolts of the program, and the application, which, Amber, would you say the application is lengthy?
It's slightly lengthy.
Yeah. Yes. It's kind of long.
It didn't take me just a quick day,
I've had candidates say, do you need all 26 pages? I'm like, well, we ask for a lot of information.
Yeah.
We do, but that's because we need to make sure that everybody's up to date on their HIPAA, on their PPD, on their CPR certification. We do background checks for the travel program because we're housing people together.
Yes.
There is, you have to be, there's just a lot of steps, a lot of credentialing that goes into being accepted into the program. Yeah. But it's not daunting. It's totally doable.
Don't let it hold you back.
Amber emailed me a lot with a lot of random questions. Random question.
Always. Lots of random questions. But
I think I try to be at least pretty quick with the reply.
And you were.
Yeah. Well, I would if I were in your shoes, I would want somebody getting back to me with my pressing questions.
Absolutely.
So I try to have that same courtesy to my candidates. So phone or email, and I can explain the program and answer any questions you have. And I love to teach people about this opportunity because that's my job, educating everybody about it.
I love it. Okay, so Amber, if anyone wants to get in contact with you, would you like to share your information?
Sure. Yep. They can email me. It's my last name, Westfall, WESTFALL _3 @ yahoo.com.
All right. Thank you so much.
Email me with any sort of questions.
Excellent. Well, I can't thank you enough. I've said it about 5 million times. I love this episode. I really do. I can't wait to put it out. I really appreciate you both. You are both wonderful ladies, and I enjoyed having this conversation and just want to thank you again for being on the show.
Me too.
Thanks for having us.
For this opportunity. I really enjoyed getting to meet you face to face and see you, and I'm looking forward to working with you in the future.
I can't wait. Thank you again.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.